We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wonderlust. Hello, so we're walking along Boat Quay right now, on our way to Armenian Street for the Peranakan Museum, which has recently opened.
Yeah, it's been open a little while, but we've been busy with family visiting and exploring other areas. So today is the day that we get to go and explore the Peranakan Museum, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be good.
As a Peranakan myself, I'm very excited about what new things I can find out about my own culture and heritage. It's a really warm day today, but we thought we'd take advantage of the sunshine and the warmth, walking along the river. It's always beautiful around here.
Yeah, it's nice to walk along here and it's not like crazy packed, so we can kind of just enjoy all the views.
I see a spaceship over there, and I think the alien's going to take children away. Oh no!
Behind me is Parliament House, and it was opened in 1999 by the then President Nathan, who is actually the president who my grandma worked with. She was his secretary abroad, which is pretty cool. We'd love to have the chance to go in and check it out, but I don't think it's open to the public. If it is, let us know. We're going to go and explore it one day, but we're still headed over that way to Armenian Street. A short but very hot walk, and we're here at Armenian Street. I was here not too long ago before the Peranakan Museum was opened, and did a short little vlog should I say, on Armenian Street, and this was the original setting of the Botanic Gardens, and they've done some wonderful things at the other side. Do check out the link in the description below. But
yeah.
We're about to go in.
Yeah, it's a beautiful building outside, and yeah, I haven't seen this place in real life, so it's great to come down here, but I'm looking forward to getting into some AC.
Let's go!
The museum is split up into 3 engaging exhibits. The first, entitled Origins, aims to show the start and history of the Peranakan culture and its people.
We're in, and it is beautiful already. I'm really looking forward to discovering a little bit more. One of the things I just said to the kids is that, you know, we're Peranakan, so like for us to be able to come in here, we're actually looking at our own heritage and our own history, and it's a pretty special thing for us to be able to do here. So we're going to start right here in this origin section. We're going to explore and see what we can find. We're only in the first section, but I love how we can find out that like it's not just intermarrying that makes this kind of hybrid culture of Peranakan, and there's intentional adoption of customs and culture, and I think it's amazing because we can kind of see that in a modern way with the way that our family works, not an obvious Millie being Western or from the UK and me being from here, but I think also in the way that we've both grown up with British culture and we're coming here and adopting Singapore culture as our own, and I'm really interested to see what our kids will grow up valuing and knowing as their own, and I think that's really cool. I like the fact that we're kind of outplaying a modern version of what happened in the beginning of the Peranakan culture.
Aspen has decided to do the little activity book, which is good, and there's little sections around that you look for. It's at kids level as well, which is really nice, and there's things to do here and there's things to take home and do as well, so she's enjoying finding out that, again, just to keep it a little bit more interactive so that it's accessible for the whole family. We love things like that.
I love this whole interactive thing. I can just hold up my hand, it's got a sensor, and I don't have to be close to it. It's like with all the touchscreen stuff, you're often in the way of other people, but here I can just be up and having a little look and hover it over all these different pictures that we see around us, and it will tell us a bit of information about each of the people or each of the portraits, and it's pretty cool. I know that my my grandpa's line is from Malacca, and he's still with the same surname as me from Malacca. just makes you think, you know, maybe this is family. It's kind of weird. She looks a bit like my sister as well.
We explored the interactive photo display some more and took our time to watch the recorded stories before heading up the beautifully restored staircase to the second level entitled Home. Intricately decorated lanterns hanging in the sun-soaked stairwell are worth stopping and admiring before continuing on. I was telling Milo what this carriage was for, and I think he thought I was making it up because it says that a couple of hundred years ago on the child's first birthday, or when they walked, the child would go inside the carriage and then they would be wheeled around a chicken cage 3 times. And then after that, as I'm saying it, it sounds strange. Milo's still laughing at me. But the child would then be taken in the carriage around a chicken cage 3 times and then would choose 3 objects from inside the chicken cage, and that would kind of go to predict the child's future hobbies or career or personality, which, yeah, Milo thought I was making it up, but I'm not.
Growing up, I knew about this, maybe obsession might be the right word, with ceramics, and since living here in Singapore, we've gone to explore more things to do with Peranakan heritage and culture. We've always come up with these beautiful ceramics and these pastel colours that are so rich and so beautiful, and it's wonderful to see such a variety here as well.
This blue and white willow pattern plate, my nan on my dad's side used to have loads and loads of these plates. The whole kitchen would be full of them, and I love all of the different china and porcelains and all the decorative designs. They're just absolutely beautiful. Milo was looking at this really long set table, and there's all different like spoons for different things and different plates and different bowls. I love all of it. It's just so elegant.
This is Lee's cookbook. It's what my mum used to use at home to cook all of our food. It's here on display. I think Mum's still got her copy of it actually. Might have to ask her for it.
I was showing Milo this, and there's this one here is a chendol maker. He loves eating that. But then I was looking at a few more of them, and lots of the things that are here to make lots of the different things are still used today, which I really like. Like you've got the kue pai tea. It's kind of like on a stick, and then I've heard Jonty's aunt say that she made them before you put the dough and then you dip it in hot oil, and then they kind of float when they're ready in the anku kue mould. I've used one of those, the wooden ones, so I really like that lots of these things are still being used today, like the traditional way, I guess, of making things, which it could be so easy to just make a modern version of it. But I like that I've seen these things actually being used, like you've got the metal tin cat, like we still use one of those sometimes, like if we're taking our food out. So yeah, it's nice to see them that they're still being used.
Behind me are a couple of TV screens that are just talking about Peranakan cuisine. At the moment, there's a chef who's teaching you how to cook kue bangkit, which is a beautiful little biscuit, delicious, and it's wonderful to see that they're sharing all of this on here, really creatively done over 2 screens. One is the chef talking about what they're doing, and the other one is their hands and the actual making of the kue in this situation. There are some other different dishes that have been cooked over there as well. I love this. We're only on level 2, there's another level to go. But the kids and Millie are just sat there just absorbing so much from the cookery show that's on the telly right now. We just found out that the word bungalow came from the British version of a Bengali home that they found, Bengali bungalow, which is kind of weird. Here in Singapore there are 2 floors, and in the UK we always thought bungalows were just 1 floor buildings of this. That's what we call them in the UK, without an upstairs, but actually I think it's more to do with the shape of the bungalow rather than how many levels it's got. So it's really weird to be able to have a word that we've known all of our lives as something to suddenly realise where the word comes from and what it actually meant over here. A lot of the things in this area of the museum used to belong to someone called Tan Kim Tien, who was born in Malacca. I don't know, my mind's going a bit crazy at the moment because my late grandfather was Tan Kim Siu, who was also born in Malacca, and I don't know, similar names, same area. You kind of wonder what connections there might be to each other. Maybe there's some sort of ancestral, familial connections, but it's cool. It's nice to be here and exploring and having a little look into something that feels very, very close to my own heritage. And there's this great little booklet that the kids have been given just for children's interaction as well, and I love that the kids are having their own time of discovery, and hopefully in the years to come they'll really get to feel that connection too, because I think it's important.
The museum is over 3 floors, which is really nice actually, that it's all kind of spread out into different sections, and we're up to the 3rd floor now, and you can get even closer to this huge lantern, which just makes me think that some of the Peranakan homes would just have to be massive, because a lot of the furniture downstairs is really big, kind of like side pieces, these huge chairs. You would have had to have a lot more space just to house all of this stuff. Level 3 is entitled Style. Peranakan style is unmistakable, with bright batiks and intricate needlework available in many colours and styles. Peranakan women would spend hours decorating purses and shoes with tiny beads, ready for a family wedding or special occasion. Jewellery was also popular to show off, and many pieces found here are gold, adorned with beautiful diamonds.
This belt behind me is made out of gold and diamonds.
Do you think it would be a bit heavy to wear?
I don't know, I don't wear a belt.
There's a wide selection of sarong kebayas here which you can check out and explore. The one behind me was made for a show called Emily of Emerald Hill. This one was designed by someone called Raymond Wong, who has a shop in the east of Singapore, so if you get the chance to go to Katong, to that area, and check it out. All the details are in the link below. For your little babas and nonyas, there is a little section here where you can do some colouring in of some beautiful artwork that has been drawn of the Peranakan Museum and the different artefacts that are here, and Aspen has just found the time to be able to sit here and colour some stuff in and have a really lovely time.
When we told Milo we were coming to the Peranakan Museum, he was a bit like, oh, I don't really want to go. And he is loving the sections, and the one he's enjoyed the most is looking at all the jewellery with all the diamonds and the gold and the belt buckles. So I'm really impressed that he's like looking at things and he's reading it and he's really engaging in it. And this little section we're in now, and Aspen's doing some colouring, is really nice as well for the kids to just kind of be here for a bit while the parents can walk around and look at everything in the activity book. Aspen's really enjoyed doing that. So this has been a really lovely trip so far, and it's nice that you can just kind of be and just chill in here. You don't feel like you have to rush through or be like super quiet. Like, it's nice that kids are okay to be here too. So yeah, really nice place to wander around.
These belts are like WWE belts because they're so big.
This bed would have been the honeymoon bed, the marital bed for the newlywed couples. It's beautifully decorated, and there's another custom that sounds made up, but according to the plaque over there, they would get a young boy whose parents were still alive to roll across the bed 3 times to hopefully ensure that the newlyweds would have a boy to carry on the family line. So there you go, interesting random fact, but I find all of the wedding ceremony stuff fascinating. So that the wedding would have gone on for 2 or 3 days, with certain tea ceremonies, and all of the beautiful like china and porcelain that we saw would be used for different ceremonies with different families to ensure different blessings and good luck. I find it really fascinating. This building actually used to be a school, and then it became the Singapore Aviation Museum, and then it's the Peranakan Museum. It used to look very different to this, and it's recently been refurbished, as we said. Yeah, it's an incredible building. Like, the stairs are just beautiful. The building itself, let alone all the things inside, is really lovely just to wander around. I'd love to see more old pictures of this building, so I'm definitely going to look some of those up. But I love old photographs, and seeing all the old photographs here of all the people and the clothes, and like John said with the exhibit, that you can actually find out who those people are, just brings everything so much more to life.
What's the favourite bit of the Peranakan Museum today, Milo?
The $5 million jewellery gem.
Jewellery gem?
Gem.
What's it called?
I don't know. Gems.
You can do the D.
Beads. Diamonds.
Yeah. That was pretty
Also,
special.
that's my favourite.
Was your favourite too?
Yeah.
What else did you enjoy today? These people.
Because they're strong.
They're not strong, they're made of iron or
Also,
bronze.
there's another one up there.
It's been such a wonderful visit to the Peranakan Museum, a long-awaited visit.
Yeah, it was closed for renovations for ages and ages and ages, so we're so glad we got to see it. If you are PR or Singaporean, you can get in for free, which I highly encourage. And even if you can't get in for free, tickets are $12 each online, but actually we came here and got the tickets, and she gave us a family ticket, which worked out a little bit cheaper.
Yeah,
It was great.
$36 for the 4 of us, which is pretty good. So
It has, yeah, and we've
kids
all
do go
enjoyed
cheaper.
it. Yeah, kids and students are $8. So I'll put all the details below, and you can have a little look at that. They do free tour guides as well, 3 times a day. And I know some of my Korean-speaking friends, they had a Korean-speaking tour guide so that they could get the most out of the museum. So do have a look and see what's on offer, because it's been brilliant.
For those of you who are not Peranakan but still want to find out a bit about Singapore's history, there's so much to find here. Peranakans are from all over the place, not just Singapore, but there's so much here to find out about this beautiful nation, and I would definitely encourage you to come down as someone who's very proudly Peranakan too.
Yeah, I think it just fits in little pieces. Like, everybody loves the shop houses, but when you kind of find a bit more about the Peranakan history, you realise kind of what influenced those designs, and you see it in the clothing here, the beautiful beadwork, all things like that. So it kind of fits in more pieces of the jigsaw of Singapore for me.
For sure, and on a hot day like today, it's a nice cool place to just take your time and enjoy everything that it had to offer. So we hope you enjoyed joining us today.
Yes, do keep us updated with things that are coming in Singapore. We have a few people on Instagram that always say, hey, this is coming, which is great, because then we could like to plan ahead to figure out these places. So if there's anything or any experiences that we haven't done yet, do let us know so that we can plan those in for this long summer holiday that we've got coming up.
Please drop us a comment, make sure you subscribe and like this video. That will help us out big time, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye!